CTV News, Vancouver Island Report.
Good evening. A dramatic crash has sent a dozen people to the hospital on the North Island after the bus they were riding in flipped over on an icy highway. The bus was part of a convoy bringing workers home from their shift at the Myra Falls Mine. Workers in a second bus quickly came to the rescue of their colleagues, smashing windows and pulling them to safety, getting the first aid underway as emergency responders rushed to the scene. CTV's Gord Kurbis was there.
Another ambulance pulls into the emergency entrance at Campbell River Hospital. It's a scene that's replayed several times throughout the night as a dozen injured bus passengers are brought in for treatment.
Some guys got cut, some guys have neck injuries, lacerations, broken ribs possibly. There were 6 guys on spine boards.
Ed Judd is a mine employee who was riding on a bus traveling in front of this one. The buses, owned and operated by Victoria's Wilson Transportation, were carrying mine workers home after a day's work. Shortly after 7 p.m. it flipped off Highway 28.
Our bus driver turned around and said that the bus behind us had slid off the road and was on its side, so we turned around and went back to see what we could do.
The passengers of the second bus knocked out the windows and began applying first aid to their co-workers. Shortly afterwards, paramedics started to arrive.
The first crew on scene, they took command and control of the situation. They did triage all the injured patients.
Crews quickly sorted out patient priorities and used 4 ambulances and the second bus to bring the injured to hospital.
My hat goes off to all the crews involved. It's not too often you get to see this ASTRA event roll out in real life as opposed to some mock situations. And all in all, great job from start to finish with all emergency agencies and the hospital.
An investigation into what caused the crash is still underway, but the condition of the road seems to be the key factor.
The information we were picking up from the riders that we have talked to said no, speed wasn't the factor, it was just the bus let go on the road.
The road from the mine and Highway 28 are always in the minds of co-workers traveling to and from their workplace. It was just last year when we spoke with another mine employee who crashed while returning home. He and a co-worker took a terrifying ride upside down in his car and into Buttle Lake.
It's windy and, it's, there's lots of bumps and stuff like that. It's just, you're out in the middle of nature, you don't know what's going to jump out in front of you or happen.
It's safe to say the commute to and from work isn't the highlight of the worker's day.
Definitely. We put ourselves in a dangerous situation every day, and we just don't really expect to see it on our way to and from the mine as well.
You always have to be aware of your environment around you, whether it has an impact on the roads on Vancouver Island. And we're very familiar with this road, and we have a lot of respect for it.
Of the 12 who were brought to hospital, only 2 were admitted overnight because of serious injuries. Today, they're listed in stable condition. Gord Kurbis, CTV News, Campbell River.